everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Taylor and welcome to my tower. Today's video, I just really wanted to film a simple get ready with me. So I'll show you guys my skincare routine and my makeup routine and just kind of how I get myself together. So I've already brushed my teeth, so don't need to show you guys that. But the next thing that I usually do is I spray my face with this hydrochloric acid face and skin spray. This is from the brand Element. I just got this off of Amazon. I did not wash my face last night because I got home so late, so I just used that last night. So this morning I need to actually wash my face, and I would not recommend CeraVe anymore because I've learned recently that they do have hormone disrupting ingredients. So once I finish this bottle, I'm not repurchasing. I don't know what I'm gonna wash my face with after this. I'm gonna have to do some more research, but I've already made the switch over to beef tallow as my moisturizer, but I only use that at night because it's so thick I would not be able to wear that underneath my makeup. But I don't like to waste anything, so I will still finish up this CeraVe, and I only have a little bit left, so not too worried about that. I'm gonna just put on my headband, wash my face, and then once I'm done washing my face, I go in with this Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner, which again, I don't really think is something that is a necessity. I do use this every morning, but I can't say that I've noticed a huge difference in my skin. I am just really at a point where I'm trying to minimize my products as much as possible, and my morning would ideally just consist of rinsing my face with water and maybe just sunscreen. I'm not really sure because I sweat a lot in my sleep, so I feel like I need to do some sort of cleaning and hydration in the morning. So I'm still adjusting my skincare routine for the morning time. So I end my routine with the nighttime facial moisturizing lotion from Target, and the reason I use the nighttime one is because it's all I have. Just gonna do my skincare and then I will show you guys my makeup routine. I asked you guys over on Instagram to give me some topics to talk about while I get ready, so I will go ahead and check that, and we'll just kind of do a little hangout while I do my makeup today. So now that my face is all dry and clean, I am going to start my makeup. So the first thing that I do is I go in with this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and I actually am really a big fan of this. It's probably only $5 or so at Target or really just any drugstore, but I find that this really makes my skin so soft. It really does make my skin poreless. So I will definitely be repurchasing this, and it's something that I can definitely see being a staple in my makeup collection. And now let's get into some of the questions that you guys asked me over on Instagram. So the first topic that we're gonna discuss is the Stony Clover Disney Parks collection. So I think that this collection is so cute. Honestly, my favorite piece is definitely the Disney World varsity jacket. I think that that is stunning. I haven't looked at any of the pricing. I think it literally dropped 45 minutes ago at the time of me filming this, but I am in a very focused money saving mode right now. So therefore, I'm just not buying anything that's not an absolute necessity at the moment. And unfortunately, this collection is just not a necessity for me, but I definitely think that it's a really good one. And honestly, a dream for me is getting a Stony Clover PR package. I hope that I can get to a point like that because that would be so iconic. But for right now, I am on a Stony Clover hold or pause because I just it's too expensive. I cannot keep doing it. As far as the collection goes, I think that it is stunning. And this is a product that I've had for a while, but I've just recently started incorporating it again into my makeup routine because I think that this is a really good summer product. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Foundation. No, just called the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this is in the shade 3 Fair. So I used to put this just where I would add highlighter and concealer, so just kind of anywhere on my face I really wanted to brighten. But I do think that this looks really nice just kind of all over, so I've been doing this layer underneath my foundation. There's a bean climbing onto my lap, so she might make a little appearance real quick. But I do definitely really love this product. I don't know if I will repurchase just because Charlotte Tilbury is so expensive, but I think I got this as a either free birthday gift or I just bought the sample size. I don't think they would have given this as a birthday gift, so it was probably a sample size. But then I just go in with a damp beauty blender, blend this all out, and then I'll go in with my foundation. So the next question says, talk about your latest favorites, food, drink, beauty products, lifestyle, whatever. So as far as favorite food, I am really gonna try to get into eating better in the new year. It's something that I really want to start right after Christmas, just because my Christmas dinner with my family is always just a huge hodgepodge of bad food, and I don't want to start something before that. But I am definitely going to go very hard with honestly just changing my life because of the health scare that I'm going through. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've referenced this in my birthday vlog. It's not something I want to continue to get into, but it's something that I'm dealing with, and I have already wanted to change my life with new foods. So I feel like this is my warning and my sign that I like have to for my health. So yeah, I already know who I'm going to follow. I know what foods I'm going to need, and it's something that my mom and I both really heavily believe in. And so I guess I can kind of touch on that. I feel like I'll get into this more because I'm sure I will make plenty of videos on this, but my mom is a huge believer in this guy named the medical medium. His name is Anthony William. So a little bit of his story is that when he was about 4 years old, he looked at his grandmother and said, "You have cancer." And his family was like, "How do you even know what cancer is?" And like they were just taken aback by it. And she went and got checked, and she did have cancer. And I'm pretty sure he ended up being able to like save her because of this premonition that he had. And he gets all of his information from a spirit. And I know that sounds crazy. It still sounds crazy to me, but what he says to live by and like the advice that he gives, it's literally everything natural from the earth. And so even if he wasn't actually hearing anything from a spirit and he was just giving this information, I still believe in it because of how natural everything is, and like the vitamins that he recommends, how they don't have anything inside of them, like any extra fillers and chemicals and stuff. And he just teaches you how to live a very healthy and healing life. And so I definitely like want to get on this bandwagon with my mom and just like change my life. And I know that I have the power to change it and change myself and my mental health and literally just do like a whole 360 if I just take the time to like read his books, listen to his podcasts, learn how all these foods like will actually help me. I just think that he is an incredible person. And I know this is a very elaborative answer and I'm sorry, but as far as food goes, like I don't want to sit here and say that, oh, I'm still loving mac and cheese, because like I do, but like dairy is something I'm going to cut. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to be doing a complete 360. I'm excited. I'm nervous because I've grown up and eaten processed food my entire life. Like I grew up on chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, the basic, you know, picky kid kind of foods. So I think that my favorite food is going to be whatever makes me feel the best. I guess like right now I'm really into like fruit. Like I love having this little bowl mix of like frozen cherries, mulberries, blackberries, and strawberries. I just love the way that fruit makes me feel. So I guess I'll say that my favorite food is fruit. Moral of this story is I'm very excited to get into this whole new lifestyle and really just see how food is going to benefit me rather than hurt me. The next product that I go in with is the It CC Cream, and this is in the shade, I don't know, it's not written on here, but I do really love this product. I have had this travel size for over a year. I got this like last summer, like last September of like 2023, so it's lasted me a very long time, and I picked this up at like the Ulta inside Target. So kind of just like sticking with that question, and my favorite drink, I am honestly a huge lover of just water. I love being a hydrated queen, and so if I had to give an answer, I would honestly say water. But honestly right now, because I'm still in my processed food era, I have been loving Dr. Pepper. Like every time I go out to eat or like go to McDonald's or something, I just like have been getting Dr. Pepper whenever I go out. I don't really know why. I'm not really a huge soda drinker. I never really have been. And so to kind of just be like into soda right now is weird for me. But yeah, definitely loving Dr. Pepper for some reason at the moment. So favorite beauty products, I would definitely say the beef tallow as my moisturizer at night. I just love like that I'm getting to a point where I'm really minimizing my routine. I'm minimizing my skincare. My makeup is still kind of the same, but I'd love to get to a point where like I don't really have to wear much makeup. I would love to just have the most beautiful skin that I don't feel like I need to go all out with it, and just kind of do things to make me feel more naturally beautiful, because if I'm being so for real, like I do not like doing my makeup. I wish I could just like wake up and go. So I would love to just continue to use the beef tallow and the castor oil and like eventually have skin that I feel confident enough in that I don't feel like I need to add a bunch of other things to make my skin look good, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just really loving beef tallow and castor oil specifically, and I just feel like I will start to see the results that I am hoping for with them, and I'm really excited about that. And then this is kind of like my winter makeup routine, because in the summer I really try to avoid as many liquid products as possible. In the wintertime I really try to use more cream-based products just because my skin is a lot more dry. It can handle the cream-based products better, and I just like the results better. So in the wintertime I like to go in with a cream bronzer, and this one is from Milk Makeup. I got this from Sephora a very long time ago, and it's definitely expired. As long as my skin doesn't have any kind of bad reaction, I'll still use everything. So this is in the shade Baked, and what I like to sculpt out is like right underneath my cheekbones. I like to sculpt out up here, and then I like to go down the sides of my nose and like up into my eye sockets, because I feel like it just really makes my eyes pop, I guess. And then of course the most important is to go underneath my jawline, so that way I can kind of have somewhat of a cinched jaw. And then I like to take this kind of flat part that I also use to blend in everything else. I like to take this and just kind of press all of the contour in. And the next question says, when is your next Disney trip? So I do have one planned, I am about probably in the 60-day range. So I do have an announcement video planned. It's already filmed, but I really wanted to do like a whole announcement video specifically for this next trip. So you guys will be seeing that soon if you haven't seen it already. So for now, I'm going to be keeping that trip a secret, but just know it is something that I'm very much looking forward to. It is something different than what I normally do, so I will leave it at that. And I can't wait for you guys to find out and like just come along with me on this trip because I think it's going to be so iconic. I think you guys are going to be so excited. And the next question says, I'd love to hear your opinions on the Disney hotels. So I don't think I'm the best person to answer this question just because I've only ever stayed at the All-Star resorts. I like to save money as much as possible. I know it may not seem like that when I am posting like $400 and $500 Disney trip hauls, but to be fair, I really do like to spend my money more on merch and things that I love rather than a hotel stay. So I will probably always kind of be an All-Star girly. I really want to stay at Pop next time because I think that that's a really good option as far as getting the best options for transportation, as well as of course being in the Disney bubble and having really cool theming. And you know, I just have never stayed at a Skyliner resort obviously, so I think that that would really change the game for me. I don't really mind the buses, but I've also never been able to just take the Skyliner from my hotel room to a park, and I think that that would be so fun. And as far as I'm aware, it's really not a huge price difference from the All-Star resorts to Pop, so I think it would be worth it, but I haven't had that experience yet, so I can't say. But I will say that I've been to most Disney resorts just from like resort hopping and hanging out there. I've never been to Fort Wilderness or Coronado Springs, and I've also never been to Saratoga Springs, and I think that that is it. But I definitely think that Coronado would be really cool to stay at, and also Riviera. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of bucket list dreams for staying on Disney property. But yeah, as far as my opinions on the hotels, I really love Art of Animation because of their theming. I really love the Poly for their theming, but also the proximity to Magic Kingdom and their beach. And then of course, Beach Club is my top. So those are like the three that I would dream of staying at. And I think from what I've heard that it's a great experience to stay there. But yeah, I'm also just a huge fan of the All-Star resorts. I love staying on property, and that price point I don't think is something that you can beat. But I wish that I could give you better opinions on what it's like to stay somewhere else because I haven't. But yeah, I'm a All-Star girly through and through, and I think that it's totally fine to stay there. Then the next product that I like to go in with is my concealer, and I'm currently using the Rare Beauty concealer in the shade 120C. I do think that this is a little too light for me, so I would like to try something else next time. And I just like to put that in these little 4 areas. I like to blend it out and go kind of all the way up here. So the next question is, how did Brad and I meet? This is kind of a funny story. Brad and I used to work together, actually. I had dated another guy that I worked with. He was like my first real boyfriend before Brad. When he had broken up with me, I was really upset in the break room one day. Brad came back there and gave me a hug and was like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. And this sounds really corny, but I almost felt like an instant connection with Brad just because I was like, wow, this man that I work with is coming up to me and like consoling me. He does not have to do that, but he like is clearly an empathetic man. And I was just like, wow, that was really sweet. But of course I was heartbroken, so I wasn't like thinking too much of it. And then another girl we worked with kind of knew that I was single. Obviously, Brad was single as well. He had been for years at that point, and I definitely was not looking for a relationship. I also really did not want to be known as the girl that like dated around work, so I was not thinking much of it. And I remember one night we were closing, and he worked in the stock room and I was a cashier, so we really didn't cross paths much unless we were in the break room together. But our one friend came up to me one night when we were closing and was like, hey, just wanted to let you know Brad thinks you're really cute, which he didn't say. She went to him and said, hey Brad, Taylor thinks you're really cute, which I didn't say. So it kind of just like sparked this like, oh, we think that we're cute, but neither of us had ever said that. So like that story of us getting together is all because of our one friend, and we said that on our wedding day we would totally have her as our officiant because she brought us together, and she's actually willing to go get her like officiant license to be able to do that. And after that we just got each other's Snapchats because this was back in 2017 when Snapchat was still really like huge. So we were like chatting through there, and then eventually we started to talk more at work. We went on dates, and then obviously it all just fell together from there. But yeah, here we are 7.5 years later, still together, and it's just a pretty funny story of how we met actually. So now that all of my liquid products are on my face, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I swear by this so much, but I use this all year round, whether it's summer or winter. I just love the way that this sets my face. I don't think I'll ever switch to anything else because I've been using this since I've been doing makeup, honestly. So I love this powder so much. I like to just kind of add some into the cap, and then I go in with my my beauty blender with like this end, and I just kind of tap it in, and then I just go over everywhere that I've put liquid, so basically my whole face, but mostly in the summer I make sure to set my whole face just because like I'm going to sweat, but mostly in the winter time I just focus on the areas that I know are gonna crease, so like under my eyes, my forehead, and like my smile lines specifically. My next question is, what is your dream job? This. I've been wanting to do this since really like 2016, and I wish I had just started back then. It's something that I'll kind of always kick myself for because I think I could have had a full career by now. But as far as I was aware, back in 2016, there really wasn't too many Disney creators. I just knew that I really loved going to the parks and I really loved vlogs, but I wasn't sure how to go to Disney all the time and make vlogs work. So I just kind of was like, well, I'll probably never move there, so what's the point? But yeah, this has been my dream for almost 10 years now, so I'm glad that I finally did start, and I'm just a little late to the game, but it's okay. I'm hoping that I will get there eventually. Definitely doing social media and just being my own boss is my dream because I hated working that retail job. I just don't like being forced to work certain hours and someone telling me when I can take a break, when I can go to the bathroom, when I can eat. Like, I hate that kind of environment, and I know that's so first world of me to say. I feel very privileged to be able to have a job where I get to control everything, but yeah, for the most part, I just am not a 9-to-5 girl. I'm not an office girly whatsoever, so the fact that I am working towards this dream is really exciting, and for the most part, I'm still happy doing weddings and, you know, documentaries and stuff, but I don't like that it's not 100% my creativity. I still have to work with someone else, and I always put in my best effort, and sometimes that's still not enough, so to kind of feel that sense of failure all the time doesn't make me happy, and I just want to create my own content, engage with people that want to engage with me back, and just doing this is definitely my dream job. So now that my powder is set, I'm going to go in with my powdered products. So I have 3 of them. I have my bronze contour that I go over everywhere I did the cream contour. Then I go in with my blush, which I do, like, I will smile like this, and I'll do like the apples of my cheeks, and then I go in with my highlighter. This is literally 10 years old. It hasn't been available for years, and then I put that like right underneath my eyes at the very tops of my cheekbones, and I like to drag that up a little bit. I like to do right down the center of my nose, and I'll kind of do a little bit more right there, but that will be it for my powder products once we're done with this. And then the next question says, how are you doing? And as much as I really do appreciate this question because the answer is not well, I like don't really want to get too much into it. When I am going through something, the way that I handle it is usually either with humor, ignoring it, or just like bottling it up. And I'm trying to not bottle it up. I'm trying to feel the emotions when I need to. And right now doesn't feel like an appropriate time because I'm filming. And of course, like, I don't want that to be something that's public. Trust me, I am not doing well mentally. I'm very anxious. All roads are leading to that. What I'm concerned about is benign. I'll just put that out there. So I'm trying to focus on that. I have a friend who is going to school to be a doctor, and I called her and she talked me through everything. She asked me all my symptoms, and she feels very confident. Everybody that I talk to feels very confident that everything is going to be fine. So I do have the appointment scheduled that I need for early January. So I'm trying to just hang on till then. But yeah, I've just been really stressed about the insurance aspect of this as well. It's a lot, really. The past 2 days, I haven't cried at all, which is really good. I haven't really had any little mentee bees since my birthday. So I guess, you know, I'm definitely doing better in that sense, but the thought is not leaving my mind. And it's just really challenging dealing with healthcare in this country, and that's just how it is. I know everybody probably feels the same. So it's just like draining, and it's another reason that I really want to take care of my health next year. I really want to just heal myself from the inside out and just take my health so much more seriously, which is why I like broke down when I got my Aura ring. It's just going to help me on that health journey, and I, like I said, feel so grateful for my support system. I'm so thankful for you guys that care, especially like to ask me a question like this to see how I'm doing. Moral of the story is not well, but faking it till I make it, really. And then my next step is to go in with the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. I use the shade 3.5, and I try to go in with a really light hand because I have really never been good at doing my brows. This is something else that I'm really hoping that the castor oil will help me with. I've been putting it in my brows to try to just like let my hair grow as naturally as possible. That way I don't have to use much product. But yeah, I try to go in with the lightest hand possible, just enough to fill in all the little gaps. And as of right now, those are all the questions that I got on Instagram. I'm going in with the CoverGirl Clump Crusher water resistant mascara. I definitely don't love this. I would not repurchase, but I was trying to just find something at the drugstore and this looked like the best option. I don't love this, so I am on the hunt for a good mascara. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. So I don't own any Christmas earrings, so these are the ones that I have been wearing mostly this Christmas season, obviously just because they're simple white. These are just little pearl earrings. I think I got these off of Amazon. I just feel like they are a nice little classic pair of hoops to wear. And then the final steps of getting ready are to hydrate one last time, and then I put on my lipstick. And then the very last thing that I like to do is go over my lashes one more time with my curler now that my lashes are dry. So the lip balm that I use is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and it's just the lip balm in that collection. I know she has a lot in the Pillow Talk line, but the lip balm I feel like is the perfect shade for my skin tone especially. But I just really love this color. I think it adds the perfect like pop of color to my face, especially for the winter time because it's more cool tone. So really love this. This was like $38. I got it at Disney Springs in October of 2023. Still have plenty of it left, but it's so hydrating and so worth it. And then here's kind of a difference in the lashes from curling it post mascara and like not, and I feel like it's a pretty big difference. So I always like to add this as my final step. So that is it for this little chatty get ready with me. This was a super chatty vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy videos like this. I really like when I can just sit down and chat and you guys give me things to talk about because I'm a huge talker, obviously. So this was really fun to film. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up because it helps other people to find my channel. Also be sure to subscribe for many more vlogmas videos coming your way, and I will see you real soon. Bye.